Hello everybody, peace and blessings to you. Hope this video meets you well. If you are clicking on my video for the first time, allow me to introduce myself. I am Letitia. I'm a 43-year-old homeschooling, home managing millennial mom of 5 children. I am an immigrant living in the US. I am an INFJ empath, an intuitive, someone who sees themselves as a light worker, someone who sees themselves as someone who is walking this timeline, traveling through this timeline in the new earth frequency. And what the new earth frequency means is that I am walking through this timeline with as an observer, as someone who is navigating this timeline, as though this timeline is some sort of minefield, and I'm trying to navigate, protected by my light energy, protected by the light, navigating through the minefields of division and hate and misinformation and corruption and fear and anxiety and all these things that are coming at us right now. All these things, all these heavy things that we are dealing with. We, as somebody would say, we as humanity are going through, the planet and the people are going through the dark night of the soul. I call my channel on YouTube Letitia Learns Life. That's the theme of my channel. And what that's about is me learning a lot about the world by observing and listening to very, very smart people and choosing wisely who I listen to, learning how to navigate as everything that I said I am: an INFJ, an empath, a millennial, a mom, an immigrant living in the US. Everything that I just said I was as an intuitive, learning how to be a better intuitive, learning how to understand and conceptualize my INFJ perspective, learning how to trust my intuition, learning how to strengthen my intuition and my discernment, and and how to read energy, learning how to read energy. So I'm listening to people on all kinds of topics right now, people that I believe are worthy of my attention, because I understand that they're for me, my instinct tells me that those people, their heart is in the right place and they're just sharing their perspective. They are teaching for those who are teaching about certain things, and I listen and I listen and I learn. And I take what resonates with me, and what doesn't resonate, I put it in I put it away. I put it away, and maybe it will come back up into my attention. Maybe it'll be something that would resonate with me later, or maybe it wouldn't. But I put those things away, and I keep what I feel resonance in relation to what resonates with me, what I feel a stirring in my chest, in my stomach, in my veins, all through my body. I just feel that stirring, and I feel like, yes, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. So that is how I navigate and receive information. So basically, I'm learning how to navigate. I don't see myself as somebody who is in a lane. You know how people say, stay in your lane. Who's in the lane of politics, or who's in the lane of spirituality, or the lane of, all the different topics. Intellectualism, or in the lane of talking about historical things, or in the lane of comedy. I am a content creator. I'm a vlogger. I basically talk about everything from my perspective, how I see the world. So this particular video, if you made it this long into the video, you might have clicked it because of the title or whatever. This particular video I wanted to make was a little bit of my 2 cents in relation to a topic that has been coming up in my algorithm, coming up in my feed for the last 3 days. And it has caught my attention. It has caught my attention because I feel a little bit of a magnetic pull to hearing a little bit on that conversation. Not going into the details or trying to go down the rabbit hole or pull the thread, however you would say, pull that thread or go down in the rabbit hole, like go deeper into that topic. because there's a lot of things, you know, being talked about, and a lot of things that are worth our attention all at once. So we just have to choose wisely. We have to pick our, what we give our attention to, because that's not an unlimited resource. Our attention and our time is very limited, so we have to pick wisely. So this is something that I just know have a little sprinkle of, understanding, or a little bit of, not even understanding is the right thing. It came to my attention a little bit, and I listened a little bit. So what I'm talking about is the whole controversy, or the whole issue with this American journalist, Taylor Lorenz, and her article that she wrote for The Wire, accusing content creators of taking dark money from some sort of dark money group. I didn't read the article. I have no intention of reading the article, to be honest. And I have no intention of going too far down that rabbit hole, or pulling that thread too hard, right? I am going to just share my 2 cents from a more energetic standpoint, a feeling, right? So I've been paying attention to politics for about somewhere along for about 8-10 years, and there are content creators that I've been watching and listening to for a majority of that time, and Brian Tyler Coyne being one of them. And I have also been listening to Too Raw, Too Real. His name is Kenny, I think, for many years. I sometimes, every once in a while, listen to the David Patman point of view on things. I have been listening to Lee McGowan for many years. Lee McGowan is Politics Girl. And as far as the Taylor Lorenz person, she came to my attention maybe like after the November results, after what happened in November, after a certain person won the election. And I moved off of Threads, and I moved away from Instagram, and I went on Blue Sky, and that is when I discovered Taylor Lorenz. And I saw her her popping up a little bit into my attention, popping up a little. And I didn't really think too much of it. I was wondering who this person was and where she came from. And, I didn't really think too much of it. And maybe a couple of months ago, maybe a few months ago, I don't know, time is a blur. It could be a couple of months ago, it could be, I don't know when. But recently, within the last 3 months, I watched one or two of her videos. I would say two. And I could tell you that I felt something off for me. I felt an agenda. Everybody has an agenda, I guess. Everybody has a purpose or agenda, however you look at it, right? A reason for being, a reason for doing what they do. But I felt an energy that felt very off to me. It felt negative. It felt familiar. It felt intentionally divisive. It felt odd. It didn't feel like journalism to me. It felt like her purpose was to create an energy, or create division, or her purpose was to create a negative energy. And that is basically something that I am basing just on this feeling, just on this energetic feeling, this feeling that I felt in my body. I've never felt that in relation to BTC, Brian Tyler Coyne. I've never felt that in terms of Lee McGowan. I've never felt that with Too Raw, Too Real, that's Kenny. Too Raw, Too Real, his mouth is potty and he could be harsh. That is not somebody I would normally pay attention to, but I knew there was an intelligence there. I knew there was a genuine authenticity there, a genuine kindness in his vicious mouth. He would be my angry voice. He has been my angry voice. Every once in a while, if I find a content creator who is my angry voice, because I can't sound like that. That's not my personality. I don't know how to sound like that. If I talk like that, it would be unnatural. But when they talk, I would feel it in my veins. When he say it, when he comes out with that force and that aggression and that anger, my veins would just, I would feel it all through my body. And I would be like, I want people to hear this. I want people to feel this. I want people to understand what he's saying. Because he's not just being a potty mouth. He is being a potty mouth with intelligence. And I don't clutch my pearls when he cuss or say something in a way that I wouldn't say it. I just want to elevate his voice because I want people to hear the anger, the righteous anger in the things that he is saying in the way that I wish I could say it. But I am not that kind of person. So I have a couple of people that I consider my angry voice. Cliff Cash Comedy. I forget what his actual name is, but he's a comedian. I guess it's Cliff. He's one of my angry voice as well. And there's this guy that I listen to. His name is Romano Report. I forgot what but he's also my angry voice. He says things in a way that I wouldn't, right? But they're intelligent. There's a difference between just being angry, but being angry in an intelligent way. And Lee McGowan is one of those people that she knows how to make things clear in a short span of time. Brian Tyler Cohen also is a very skilled content creator. David Patman, I don't listen to him much, but I'm sure that he seems, he was doing this for a long time. But Taylor Lorenz is somebody who, to me, has just shown up. And when I listen to their responses, I listen to David Patman's response, I listen to Too Raw, Too Real, his response on it. I listen to Brian Tyler Cohen's response on it. And, I feel the genuinity, is that a word, of what they're saying. And I believe them. I understand that life isn't black and white, and certain things aren't black and white, and everything, that just because people think that every truth needs to come out and everything needs to be revealed, it doesn't. Especially when you are dealing with a bigger enemy than these people. I believe that our side, the side of democracy, the side of love and light, the side for the planet, the side for the people, the side that is fighting for freedom for the people, fighting against the Fs, the Trumpists, the MAGAs, the fascism, the all that negative energy right there, everything that is in alignment with the dictator, all that energy, dictator energy, the controlling the people energy, the manipulation of the people energy, the using the AI and using the technology to control people and to turn people back into slaves and to destroy the planet or have people destroy each other, that devil frequency, as I just recently said, I don't know where that came from, but the devil frequency, the darkness, the shadow parts of us. I just feel, I feel that there's a bigger enemy, a bigger darkness. And if a journalist's agenda is to pull down people who are, yes, let me backtrack a little. I do feel that there have to be secrecy, because if you make the devil frequency aware of what you are doing, if you reveal all your truths and all your secrets, right, they will destroy you. They will destroy you before you even are able to build. So I understand why there's some things that the public shouldn't know or don't need to know right now. And in order for the side of the light frequency, the side of light and truth and love and something better than the devil frequency, the opposite side of the devil frequency, in order for us to win, we can't reveal all our truths, everything, because it just shouldn't come out. And if you got somebody that's trying to make you reveal your secrets or play your hand, right, or to show your entire freaking hand, or to sow doubt or distrust, or to pull people away from the unity of that side, to divide that side, then they are not on our side. They're not on our side. They are part of the devil frequency. And I could tell you that this Taylor Lorenz person, from a young intuitive and training perspective, gives me a bad feeling, a bad feeling, because our side cannot show our entire hand. I believe that there are people who are working behind the scenes to defeat this enemy, and not in the public, not for everybody to know, not for everybody to know what they're doing. Because if you make the devil frequency, which again, I've never heard anybody use the devil frequency as a term, so that's obviously something that I either come up with, or it's a part of a collective knowing that I don't know where it came from. But all I mean when I say the devil's frequency is the darkness. If you let them know what you're doing, they will destroy you before you could build. Before you put your weapons together, before you form properly, they're trying to destroy you. And what is the why is she trying to destroy something that has barely been built? I don't trust this girl at all. I don't trust this girl at all. And now that I have just made this video, I am absolutely feeling a confirmation that I am on the right side, because I always have difficulty communicating the things that I'm trying to say. And this video is coming out so smoothly. One of my frustrations about where I am at this stage of this battle, this spiritual war that we're in, is that I wish I was more ready. I wish I was already more established in my superpowers, what in my skills and my abilities. I wish I understood my abilities more. I wish I knew more, because I understand that to do what I do, I have to be a good communicator, and I want to be a better communicator. And I get frustrated because it's very difficult to express and describe energy and feeling, as opposed to how people would talk about something that is physical. To describe something physical, like to describe the color of an apple, to describe energy is different, because energy is a feeling. Energy is a knowing. Energy is something that is unseen. It is faith in the unseen. And I tell you, this girl is, her agenda is to destroy before it has been built, to bring down the warriors of light, to bring down the truth tellers, to bring down something before it has been built, to sow distrust. And the part that surprises me is that how easily people fall for it, how easily people are able to be moved and manipulated in a certain way. I've been surprised at that the whole time. I've been surprised at that during the elections, when I was watching how, like, somebody like Jill Stein, or somebody like RFK Jr., and all these people, these independents that got into the race, all those people that got into the race were not independent. They were not their own, or they were not independent. For one, they had the intention of helping the devil frequency, because you see, the thing is about the dark side and the devil frequency is that all the saboteurs are a part of it. All the saboteurs, all the little wrenches that you throw, all the little obstacles they put in the way, it helps them. It helps that side, and how when they sow seeds of distrust and fear and doubt, it helps them. So that's my 2 cents. I didn't read the article because I didn't want to feed my mind that shit. I am the type of person that I understand enough just by a headline. I understand a little bit of nuance in a person when they speak. I hear the words that they're saying without the ones that they're not saying. I recognize the nuances, and that is an INFJ skill. Can I tell you something? You might not take me seriously because that's the thing that frustrates me, is that I feel like sometimes people won't take me seriously because I'm not able most of the time to not communicate fully what I know without what I just know, you know. I don't have a big audience, you know, and sometimes I ramble. Sometimes my words are all over the place. Sometimes it's hard to focus my thoughts, which is why I'm so amazed that my thoughts are coming together so smoothly in this video. But I am an INFJ, and the INFJ, if you're interested in what that is, that's a rare personality type, and that's the kind of personality that sees things and knows things. Our INFJ brains are wired differently, and that is why we are lonely people. We don't have a lot of friends because a lot of people can't relate to us. We annoy people because we see things and we bring out things in people, and we make them aware of things that they don't see. And sometimes that makes people uncomfortable. I have hardly gotten to test it because I've never really had a lot of friends in my life, you know. But an INFJ sees things differently. Not only am I an INFJ, but I'm an empath, which means I absorb people's emotions and energy, right? And my superpower, and it's always been my superpower, is discernment and intuition and wisdom. And I am telling you without a doubt that there's an agenda there, and it's a dark agenda where this Miss Lorenz comes from. And anybody who is helping in that capacity, helping move forward her message, has been somebody who it worked on. It usually works on these people that have that cynicism in them. You know, and I'm not judging people. I'm not judging cynics. I'm not judging the kind of people who are cynical, right? I guess the world needs cynical people. The world needs people who cynics, I guess, you know. But it works with people who have that, like, who can easily be moved by distrust, you know, because they don't, I don't know. I'm not going to talk about those people. I'm not going to talk about the people that it worked on. I'm just saying that as a part of the feminine divine, meaning I'm a part of that, a feminine divine is, or divine feminine, whichever order it goes in, it's that intuition, that knowing, that the spiritual part of us, the nurturer, the person that just knows, that woman's intuition, you just know. And I can tell you, I feel very, very, I feel an agenda there that is dark. And that's why I try to stay away from her videos, because I clicked on one of her videos before and I felt it all over that video. I can't remember if I clicked on one or two, but in that one video I just knew that this was not somebody that I would listen to. I knew it. I felt it heavily, and I felt magnetically pulled to this topic and this urging to speak on it. Even though I didn't read the article, and I know people say, oh, but you didn't read the article, you know. But I just know. I know what I know. And I wanted to share that for anybody who would receive. If you have that kind of doubt in this lady, if this lady feels a little icky to you too, and you feel that little distrust, you know, I would say to you, that person, listen to it, because you're not wrong. You're not wrong. She is a saboteur. Somebody meant to sow division. Somebody meant to pull down. And we're the adversary of the dark before it even builds, before it even forms properly. That is what I'm saying. The timing of the video is very odd. Her language is very odd. The way in which, even when people respond to it, She always like, I don't know, but she gives me the same feeling like Candace Owens does. That same energy, you know. And yeah, and like Tulsi Gabbard and those kind of women. Those kind of women that could pretend to be on one side and could switch the side so easily because they're not. They were never on that side. They are there to sow division. They're there to create an energy of fear and division and doubt and all these different things. They're there to make you doubt yourself. They're there to break something before it even properly build, to destroy something, to end it before it even properly build. And that's what I want to say. That's what I feel. And I am very sorry that I don't have a big audience. So I don't know how many people are going to hear this. I don't know how many people are going to believe me. I'm just saying, listen to your own intuition. Listen to your own intuition, because the one thing that is going to guide us more than ever now is intuition, because information can be manipulated. You know, these people know how to weaponize our greatest strengths. They know how to weaponize our empathy. They know how to weaponize our cynicism. They know how to weaponize our distrust. They know how to weaponize the things in us, you know, that would normally probably be our greatest strength, you know, but they take it and they use it against us. They know how to manipulate people and say the right things in the right way. And that is why I want to build this channel. I want to build this audience, and I want to find my voice, because I feel like I have something to contribute in a way that is needed. So thank you for listening. I hope that this was helpful. And it is not meant to tell people how to think. It is to share how I see it, how I feel it. And if it resonates with you, then take it, receive it. If it doesn't resonate with you, then that's okay. Thank you for watching.
I attract what I am, not what I want. So I become joy, I become love, I become calm. So peace finds me and it stays. I don't chase, I glow, that's the law. Good energy only, that's what I breathe. I let go of fear and I just receive. Miracles matching my frequency. I walk in light, I move with ease. Good energy only.